I'm going to do my polka dots in black. So you can see I still have these both ends here. You could also just start it this way. You would just start with a pigtail. But I'm gonna go and create a fake pigtail. So I'm going under that first warp thread because that makes the tail go to the back. Then I'm gonna go around to the front and then around, covering that first warp thread, going under the second, and then over all of the odds, under all the evens, and then pulling that through. Create your bubble. And remember, I have that extra space in my warp threads here, so I'm just gonna push that down and keep the bubble to the left side. Giving myself a little more space with the weft on the left side. We're gonna leave the black on the right side. Then we're gonna go in with the red and we're gonna do a full pass. Polka dots are a half pass, and then to separate them, we do a full pass. So you could end the polka dot there if you just wanted one row, but I'm gonna show you how to do a second row that's on the different warp threads. So I'm gonna do a full pass of the red. And you can see that where I went and did that with the black, it should tack it back a little more. And I'm going back, opposites. And you can see, because I've only done the half pass of black and then a half pass of red, it's changed the shed that I'm in going back. So this way I have to weave it through in the closed shed. You can see I'm starting to see some polka dots here. The other thing you can see is where I've covered with the black, you can see the opposite is now open. So that's what I'm going to cover with my second row of polka dots. And I can check that this is in the open shed by going up, pulling this down, and seeing if I pass the weft through here, it's going to cover all of those spots where I want to cover, all those warp threads. So I'm going to pull that through. You can see that's exactly where I want to cover. So again, because of my spacing issue, I'm not doing as big of a bubble over here. I'm keeping the bubble to that left side. Now if I want, I'm gonna end my polka dots here. So if I want to do that, you could cut your weft thread, but I'm going to just break it apart because that's what Harrisville does. Because of the short fibers. So I'm gonna go, I want to cover this with a pigtail. So now I continue with the red, but you can see that I'm gonna need another bead here. So I am going to do a wraparound so that that pass stays in place. So I'm just wrapping it around, and then I do another to give it 2 beads of the weft. I'll show you what that looks like. Just wrapping it around that first one. So now I'm at the same level. All right, so now I'm gonna continue by covering all of the odds, the opposite of where the black is. I'm in the open shed, so I can do that, pull the weft through. I want less of a bubble on that side to get those warp threads closer, more of a bubble over here.